Welcome back. This is 30 Sexy Minutes with Dianna, and this is the second part of my show where I am interviewing John Molina, my ex-husband. And this part of the show, I wanted to interview him about doing amateur porn, homemade porn, and getting paid to do porn. So, I feel like I've asked you this a million times. So what got you started into thinking about submitting your own videos?
Well, it was when we were first married. We were doing a lot of filming of us, having sex, and I really enjoyed watching it myself. It was just something about watching me having sex with a beautiful black woman that was really turned me on. Because I'm not the biggest fan of just random porn. It's not really my thing. But I thought that was cool, and it was actually your idea to try to get paid for it.
Of course, my idea to get paid. Okay, let's see. So, as we know, there's a lot of companies online that pay for couples to do home porn at their house, to film it on their own. What do you think about the rates that they're offering people to do this and to submit and to sell the rights?
Well, I myself think that whatever you can get is pretty reasonable, because there's just so many choices out there, and I imagine those websites pop up and down all day long. I would guess a small percentage make any profit, but I think it is what it is. You take what you can get. The ones that actually offer you something, I would say, are at least the honest ones. The ones that are offering you everything else are kind of full of it and are trying to start up with on your back. I avoid those.
And I think we both agree that, I mean, if you're doing it anyway at home and you're already having fun doing it, then why not, get paid doing it? You don't really look at it as a business necessarily, because you're doing it anyway, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not shy about it, why not?
So what was your, how did you get the first paying job?
Actually, yeah, I applied to an ad from Craigslist. I applied to a whole bunch of them, but this one called back that day and offered to come out that week.
That week.
And it was on.
Okay. So the other subject, and it was a good pay, was about $300.
Yeah.
And they came here to your house, and we just did what we would normally do.
That's right.
Yeah. So, and again, I wanted to touch on the subject of every guy out there and every person thinking they can be a porn star until the cameras start rolling, until there's a stranger around you. I want you to elaborate on that.
Oh. Well, it's all mental. You got to be relaxed.
Yeah, even in your own home with the same woman you've been with over and over again.
Yeah, you got to relax and have that time set aside. Last thing you want to think about the day before and all that is that.
Yeah, and when you're doing it, having the time is really important, because you don't want to be rushing thinking about what you have to do that day, later on that day as well.
Exactly, and I would say part of it, doing it with your normal mate, is any friction that can happen that's occurring or anything could interfere. It's not like you're going with a stranger you don't know, that you have no emotion, no history with, no nothing.
So if you're having problems or something, then it could enter your mind at that very moment, and because there's a stranger filming you.
Exactly.
So tell me, would you ever do any type of webcamming, like live shows, if people wanted to watch you do things to your girlfriend or your wife?
Yeah, but that's something definitely that I don't really see ever having time to do it, but I would do it if I did.
Well, in my opinion, if you did something like that, again, I think that if you're doing it as a couple, you need to look at it more of being a fun thing and something that you're kind of a voyeur, because you don't get paid that much, in my opinion. I just don't see the pay being substantial for something like that. Actually, I came up with a new question. What about live shows? Would you ever, I mean, I know that you're a single father, and we, have the children stuff here and everything, but would you ever consider doing that if somebody offered you a position at a company, or if they offered a good amount of pay and they wanted you and your wife or girlfriend to host, and they come and actually watch you guys have sex?
Shoot, that's weird. I saw something like that in Amsterdam. It was pretty wild, and I'd be a tough one.
Well, what
I would
if
probably,
they said they wanted you and your wife to come to their house, but they still wanted to watch you, and it was just another couple?
I think that I could do. I think I'd be down for that.
Yeah. The other thing, the last thing I was going to ask you. Oh, would you ever do porn professionally with a stranger?
No. Yeah, that's a tough question too. Now, if someone were to offer to say it right now, I probably wouldn't, because it just seems like it'd be a lot more hassle than
And
it's
complicated.
worth.
And I remember one quick tip, for the videographer that came and filmed us, it was a woman. She said that every guy, it's standard across the board in the industry, this professional porn star always take Viagra. Always. That's like, nobody talks about that. You know, that's why every stud in America thinks that, you know, they're like, oh yeah, I can do it all the time. And then, you know, you have to have that stimulation. I think it's required. I'm pretty sure that it is. That's what she said.
Yeah, because in porn, you're stopping and starting so much too.
Yeah,
there's always breaks for moving equipment and whatnot.
And lighting, and then also stills. They like to do still shots, and then also, depending on where you're at, a bird could fly by, or an ambulance can go off, or something, you know, somebody's car alarm, whatever. So, yeah, you definitely have to have a lot of time ahead of you, and
yeah, so that situation I don't think I could do. You know, more private POV home stuff would be more my alley, which is, I think, the majority of guys.
And tell me, I mean, I'm probably going to end up doing a show later on swinging, but just another question that popped in my mind. Would you ever consider, well, swinging, I guess, but would you ever consider having another man have sex with your woman and you filming it?
No.
Okay, well, there you go. I'll keep that in mind.
Swinging, couple swap, I mean, that kind of, it all depends.
Okay.
They have to be the right kind of couple.
And I'll end it with something that's going to be, I'm going to know the answer to this right away. Would you ever consider your woman being with another woman and you filming it?
Oh yeah. Come on, guys.
What if they said that you can't participate, just film?
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Okay. And what about role playing? Would you ever consider doing role playing and filming it as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. I asked them that because I think we both said we'd do that.
I don't. That requires a certain amount of creativity.
Yeah, and again, people don't realize how the lighting is. And I just want to say this lastly about all the companies that pay for you to send your stuff in. There's so many rules. There's so many rules. And one of the two biggest rules I can think of is don't concentrate on the man, concentrate on the woman. And lighting is the key. So that's the two things I remember. So I'm going to leave it with that, and I want to thank you for participating in my show for our second segment. So I hope you enjoyed the show, the first part, the interviews, and stay tuned for my fashion segment, my food segment, and my top 10 list. So thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.